we are going to study about the different modes of asexual reproduction in detail. In that, the first one, asexual reproduction in unicellular organism. The first asexual reproduction in case of unicellular organism is binary fission. In that, the first definition of binary fission: the process in which parent cell divides into two equal halves and each half part gives rise to new daughter cells is called as binary fission. So this is the definition of binary fission. So the definition explains that the process in which parent cell divides into two equal halves, and what is meant by halves means two equal half parts. Okay, so the process in which parent cell divide into two equal halves means half parts, and each half part gives rise to new organism or new daughter cells. This process is called as binary fission. The second point here is prokaryotes like bacteria and protists, that is protista like amoeba, paramecium, euglena are reproduced by binary fission process. These are the examples of organisms that shows binary fission. In that, the prokaryotes, it means the cell, the organisms in which cell is underdeveloped. Okay, so the prokaryotes like bacteria and the protist means protista like, okay, amoeba, paramecium, that euglena, okay, are reproduced with the help of binary fission. After that, the third point here is eukaryotic cell organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast also reproduced by binary fission process. Okay, inside the eukaryotic cell, the various cell organelles are present. Okay, in that cell organelles, the first one mitochondria and second chloroplast. Okay, mitochondria and chloroplast both are divided by or reproduced by binary fission process. So this is a very important point here in case of eukaryotic cell organelles. Okay, after that, the next point here is binary fission process occurs by mitosis process. Okay, binary fission process occurs by mitosis process, means in case of binary fission the mitosis type of cell division is performed. Okay, so after that, the next point is binary fission is performed by the organisms in favorable condition, that is in nutritive condition. Okay, it means that the organisms like prokaryotes and protistae, when they survive in that favorable condition, then in that favorable condition, it means nutritive condition, the binary fission process performed by that organisms. Okay, after that, the next point is based on plane of division, there are three different types of binary fission. It means that plane of division means it is cytoplasmic plane of division. In different unicellular organism, the cytoplasm undergo different plane of division. It may be horizontal, it may be vertical, it may be any plane. So based on that cytoplasmic division, there are three different types of binary fission. Okay, in that first binary fission is simple binary fission. Okay, in that first one, simple binary fission. Okay, in case of simple binary fission, the first point here is in simple binary fission the cytoplasmic division occurs in any plane. Clear? Okay, in case of simple binary fission, the plane of cytoplasmic division is through any plane. There is no definite plane of cytoplasmic division in case of simple binary fission. And there is an example of organism that shows simple binary fission, which is nothing but amoeba. Amoeba shows simple binary fission, means in case of amoeba there is no definite plane of cytoplasmic division. That's why it shows the simple binary fission. After that, the second position is in this process, at first the nucleus of parent cell divides into two parts. Okay, here we can see the diagram of division, binary, simple binary fission in case of amoeba. In this case, this is the parent cell. Here in the second stage, there is nuclear division we can see here. Okay, means the second point of this get related to this second diagram. Okay, in this process, at first the nucleus of parent cell divide into two parts. Okay, here we can see there is nuclear division starts, and here two different nuclei are get separated. Okay, so the second point here explains at first nucleus of parent cell get divided into two parts. Okay, after that, the third point is then the cytoplasm divides, which result into formation of two daughter cells. Okay, in the diagram, in the third diagram we can see here the nucleus is completely separated into two parts. After that, the cytoplasmic division also started here. Okay, so after cytoplasmic division, here we can see the first half and second half part of cytoplasm. Here cytoplasm get divided, and after complete division of cytoplasm, here we obtain two different daughter cells. Okay, so in case of simple binary fission, at first what happens, the nucleus of the parent cell get divided into two parts. After that, the cytoplasmic division gets started, and after cytoplasmic division we got two different daughter cells. Okay, so in this way the simple binary fission process is completed. The second type of binary fission is transverse binary fission. So in case of transverse binary fission, the first point is, in this mode the cytoplasmic division occurs in transverse or horizontal plane. Okay, so in case of transverse binary fission, the cytoplasmic division is horizontal or transverse. Okay, so the example of organism that shows the transverse binary fission is paramecium. Okay, so here this is the diagram of paramecium which shows the transverse binary fission. In this case, at first this is the parent cell. Okay, this is the nucleus of parent. In the second step, we can see the nucleus undergo division, that is nuclear division occurs in the second step. Clear? In the third step, what happens, along with nuclear division there is cytoplasmic division also occurs. That's why here the third diagram indicates the cytoplasmic division of the paramecium, and in the fourth diagram we can directly see the two daughter cells of paramecium. Clear? So after this, the third type of binary fission is longitudinal binary fission. Okay, what is that? Longitudinal binary fission. Okay, so in that, the first point is, in this mode the cytoplasmic division occurs in longitudinal or vertical plane. Clear? So in case of longitudinal binary fission, the plane of cytoplasmic division is vertical or longitudinal. Okay, that's why there is a name longitudinal binary fission. Okay, so the example of organism that shows the longitudinal binary fission is nothing but Euglena. Okay, and there is second example, leishmania. Okay, leishmania causes kala azar. Okay, so Euglena, here we can see the diagrammatic representation of longitudinal binary fission in case of Euglena. Okay, so this is the parent cell of Euglena. In the second diagram, in the second step, we can see the nuclear division. This is the nucleus of Euglena. Here there is a nuclear division occurs in the second step. In the third step, along with nuclear division, there is a cytoplasmic division also occurs. Okay, in the next step, there is complete division, daughter cells occurs, and here two daughter cells of Euglena are obtained. Okay. So after binary fission, the second type of asexual reproduction in case of unicellular organism is multiple fission. See the first point here, amoeba, paramecium, etc. are reproduced by multiple fission process. Okay, see in case of binary fission, the example is amoeba, means amoeba shows binary fission type of reproduction, but the amoeba also shows multiple fission type of reproduction. It means that there are certain conditions in which amoeba shows binary as well as multiple fission type of reproduction. Okay, when there is favorable condition available, then amoeba shows binary fission type of reproduction, and when there is unfavorable condition available, in that case the amoeba shows multiple fission type of reproduction. Okay, see the second point here is, in unfavorable condition, amoeba stops the formation and movement of pseudopodia. Okay, as I told you that amoeba in unfavorable condition stops the movement and formation of pseudopodia. Okay, the third point here is, it becomes round and forms protective covering around the plasma membrane called as cyst. Okay, so in unfavorable condition, the pseudopodia stops its movement as well as its formation, and it becomes round shaped. Okay, so in a round shape, it forms a hard covering around its plasma membrane called as cyst. Okay, after that, the next point is, inside the cyst, many nuclei are formed by repeated nuclear division. Okay, here inside the cyst, it means that inside the cyst, the single nucleus of amoeba undergo multiple nuclear division that result into formation of many nuclei. You can see here there is diagram. Okay, in unfavorable condition, it forms an hard covering around plasma membrane called as cyst. Okay, this is the labeling here, cyst, and single nucleus is present at the center of the amoeba. Okay, after that the single nucleus undergo repeated nuclear division that result into formation of many nuclei. Okay, you can see here the labeling, many nuclei. Okay, so the next point after that is, means the fifth point here is, after this the cytoplasm divides many times to form many daughter cells. Okay, see, at first the nucleus undergo repeated nuclear division that result into formation of many nuclei, and after that the cytoplasm undergo division many times that result into formation of many daughter cells. Okay, so the sixth point is, in favorable condition the cyst breaks and daughter cells are released into the outside to form new individuals. Okay, see, in favorable condition the cyst of the amoeba undergo breakdown that releases the mature daughter cells, okay, into the environment outside the cyst. Okay, here we can see the new daughter cells formed. Is it clear? There is an animated video of multiple fission process, so see the multiple fission process in next video. After multiple fission, our next type of asexual reproduction in case of unicellular organism is budding. See, the first point here is, yeast is reproduced by budding process. So yeast is an example of organism that shows budding type of asexual reproduction. So yeast is unicellular fungus. Yeast is unicellular fungus which shows budding type of asexual reproduction. Okay. The second point here is, in budding process a small outgrowth or bulge is formed on parent yeast cell called as bud. So here in the diagram you can see, this is the parent yeast cell here, and small outgrowth or bulge is formed. This small outgrowth is called as bud. Is it clear? Okay, so third point is, the parent yeast cell produces two daughter nuclei by mitotic division. Here we can see parent yeast cell, at the center there is nucleus is present. In the second step we can see the nuclear division starts. After this the nucleus gets separated. Okay, means daughter nucleus is formed. Okay, so see, the parent yeast cell produces two daughter nuclei. The parent yeast cell produces two daughter nuclei. Okay, by the mitotic division, means in case of budding process the cell divides by mitosis process. Okay. After that, fourth point is, one of the daughter nucleus get migrated into the bud. You can see here, after nuclear division the new nucleus is formed. This new nucleus get migrated into the bud. Here migration of nucleus occurred, and into the bud, into the outgrowth, the new nucleus get migrated. After that, next point, the bud increases in size, separates and grows further into new daughter yeast cell. Here we can see the bud grows in size, the nucleus get migrated completely. After that the bud grows in size and it gets separated, and after that the new daughter yeast cell is formed. Here many daughter cells are formed in this way only. Clear? So here the budding type of asexual reproduction is completed.